This legendary white tusk operator carries a drone factory in her backpack where she exploits tiny digital laborers to manufacture suicide drones at an unrealistic rate. That's perfect, because with this all-new Brazos build, you can now finally enjoy unlimited suicide drones to your face. Congratulations. As a bonus, a complimentary golden ticket to the all-you-can-eat legendary grenade buffet. If you think explosives aren't an issue in legendaries, you might be kidding yourself. This all-new Brazos build can take unlimited legendary drones and grenades and absorb the damage to come out with full armor. And the power is right where it needs to be to solo legendary and lead in group play. It's all you need to complete the new legendary stronghold missions, and I'm going to show you how to make it. Hit like if unique and effective builds are for you, and comment grenade sandwich to support the channel. This one has 6 skill tiers with 1.3 million armor, 30% bonus armor on kill, 70% explosive resistance, 20% protection from elites, 3% armor regen, and skill heals.
So good, make you want to slap your mama, don't it, Willie? Yeah, boy. Hey, mama.
What the hell you want, Willie?
Here's the build using the all-new Brazos brand set. If you like the power of an Empress International skill build, the resistance of Foundry Bulwark, and the armor recovery of Umbra Initiative, then you will love this build. A quick peek at the new brand set attributes, then I'll break down the build and show you why this will be one of the best go-to builds for the new Tidal Basin and the Zoo legendary strongholds. Brazos gives us 10% skill haste and comes with an armor core already on it. 2 pieces gives us an extra skill tier, and that's the main reason why we're running it. Our first Brazos is on our gloves. I have armor, skill damage, and explosive resistance. The second piece is used for the chest for the extra skill tier. It has armor, skill damage, explosive resistance, a protection from elites mod. The talent is very important for this build, and it's kinetic momentum. This gives 15% skill damage and 30% repair skills. The mask is wyvern for skill damage, and it has explosive resistance and protection from elites too. The knee pads are R&K for 20% incoming repairs. These are awesome. We have skill damage, explosive resistance. The holster is our second piece of R&K for 10% more explosive resistance, and the attributes are all the same. The primary weapon is the test subject, assault rifle with perfect in sync, giving us 40% skill and weapon damage. The busy little bee exotic pistol is an absolute must-have on skill builds because it takes your weapon damage to the next level. For every marked target, the pistol gives you 20% weapon damage for 10 seconds. When you switch back to your primary weapon, marking at least 3 targets is easy, and that's like having 4 red weapon damage scores back on your belt. The other weapon is the mechanical animal, and getting a kill with it gives overcharge every 90 seconds. I keep forgetting to use it though. Note, there is a bug in the game where the exotic pistol can inadvertently buff your skills with the in-sync talent, but I don't recommend playing bugs into your build strategy. We are relying on the bee for the weapon damage on this build. The devs already know about the bug, and although they did say enjoy it for now, it will be fixed eventually. If you want to avoid the busy little bee altogether, just use the capacitor. The specialization is technician for the skill tier. 12% more damage to robotics and 10% more skill damage. The backpack is a memento for the 3 extra cores. I have a repair skill mod on it. With the memento's armor core, we are at 1.3 million armor and have 6 skill tiers. Armor cores add to our resistance so we can take grenades to the face. The 3 cores also give us 30% bonus armor for 10 seconds for each memento trophy we pick up. That means more grenades to the face. Armor also powers up our regen to 39,000 armor back per second, which is 3% armor regen we get when the backpack has all 30 stacks. We also get 30% weapon damage. The 30% skill efficiency we get is a very big deal. That's skill health, skill repairs, skill damage, haste, and duration. We are running the fixer drone, and this is at 73,000 heals per second, but we're getting even more than that because we have 20% incoming stubborn repairs too. We also have 26% protection from elites and 70% explosive resistance. Max is 80% for both. And when you combine these two stats, it basically means we take almost no damage from elite explosives. And each Memento trophy we grab gives 30% skill efficiency for 10 seconds. That stacks. The base damage on the turret is 145,000 before kinetic momentum and insync buffs. That's very high. In the range, solo, this hits between 204 to 251,000. Standard, with fresh trophies and team buffs, I've seen it go over 300. I revisited the Striker skill build to make it even better. It now has more survivability than ever, and you won't guess how I did it. I made it in the lab, live on Twitch in unedited gameplay, where I make all my builds. Follow me over there for more Division 2 fun. Shout out to all the members of Tux's Players Club. I'm really honored to have your support and can't imagine a better way to say thank you than providing you with more of what you love. This playlist on my YouTube homepage hosts your bonus content, extra builds, gamer music playlists, and more. Not a member yet? It's time you join a strong, positive community. Links here and in the area below. A good question to ask is, am I losing power for all that explosive resistance I've gained? The answer is not really. That explosive resistance is going in a slot that would otherwise be dedicated to basically skill haste. And this build is much more dynamic than it may appear. If there is ever a legendary build to run the Memento, this is it. We're using every bit of what this backpack offers and have the ability to spend the time out of cover to grab trophies. In fact, it feels stronger than the Foundry hybrid skill damage build because this has more resistance and actually heals faster. And it's so hard to die, losing Memento stacks to nap time is very rare. These new legendaries, especially the boss phase, is not just about how much damage you put out, but also about how much damage you can take and keep going. Each trophy gives us more survivability and upcharges the turret and drone. I've been saying for months now that I am tired of the attack drone being shot down in legendary missions so often. It happens the same no matter what skill build I am running. I was surprised by how much damage I still did even without the attack drone. I went for the repair drone instead, which has given us basically unlimited armor. And the build is so self-sufficient I can even repurpose the skill and lend it to a friend in need. Remember, I have protection from elites, explosive resistance, and armor regen. The heals are so strong I can use it sort of like an artificer hive to keep waves of focus firing legendaries from bringing my turret down. And if my armor is in need, I call it back. Let's talk more about the build's power. These are really good players, and we completed Tidal Basin Legendary in our first attempt. We did the boss phase twice, and even at our casual pace, we closed it out in 1 hour and 20 minutes. All of us were running skill damage builds. They were all running 2 damage skills. I only had 1. I also had the highest amount of armor and the only one with rolls dedicated to explosive resistance. But still, all our kill and damage numbers are very close, all in range. Look at my skill damage dealt figure compared to the total damage I dealt. That means my primary weapon was putting in some work thanks to the Busy Bee. And look at my amount healed. We're self-sufficient, so that's all our own heals. Having the highest revives is a testament to the build's strength too. It shows we were able to get out of cover and answer the call to help a friend in need. I made this build primarily for group play, especially for the new legendary strongholds because the hounds, tanks, drone operators, and grenadiers are rampant. But I wanted to show you some solo legendaries so I can isolate the damage output and survivability so you can see how good it is. To be fair, if the build was too defensively rolled, it would get overrun by legendary NPCs. You still have to play smart. The build isn't going to do that for you. It's not going to file your taxes or anything, but it will give you all the tools to survive legendary, solo or in group. Besides being bullet sponges, the White Tusk's biggest strength is really their explosives. Even their tech mostly revolves around explosives, including the aerial drones. You're gonna basically be immune to all of that, and you have heals just like they do, infinite heals. You might be thinking the demolitionist specializations ignore 1 explosion every 60 seconds talent would be helpful, but the drones and grenades come in waves, and demolitionist is just not gonna keep up with that. With this setup, we diminish the impact and heal through whatever damage we absorb. full legendary missions are long, and I just can't show full unedited gameplay in this short build video like I want to. But I live streamed the build making and the gameplay for this on YouTube and Twitch. If you missed it, I just posted this unedited gameplay of me using this build to clear Tidal Basin Legendary with the homies. I'll drop a link in the description area below. I hacked that striker set into a 6-tier skill damage build, and this newest version with all the updated gear finally brings more survivability than ever before. How I made it will surprise you.
Follow me.